Hello everyone. Good evening. How are you? Am I audible and my screen is visible to you? So how was your test today? Yes, how was your test today? Okay. So let's start with our today's discussion of test paper. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the paper discussion. Yes. So here we are going to start from the first question itself. Okay. For the reaction at 25 degrees Celsius, we were given the reaction N2O4 conversion into twice of NO2. Okay. So here delta G0 for formation of N2O4 and NO2 is given. How much is that? 23.49 and 12.39 kilocalories respectively. Then what is K for the reaction? Okay, here we need to calculate the K for a given reaction. So how we are going to calculate this? So first of all, we need to calculate the delta G0 for a reaction. Okay, delta G0 for this given change which is occurring in this given reaction. And that is what? Product delta G0 of product minus delta G0 of reactant. Okay, and both the values we have. Just put that value, you will get delta G0 for reaction. And you know another relation between delta G0 of reaction and equilibrium constant, that is 2.303 RT log K. That is the relationship between these. And here there is a minus sign to this. Right? Yesterday only, the day before yesterday, when we have talked about equilibrium chapter, we have seen this. Right? So just put all these value here. You can see here what I have done is how much product, how many moles of product is there? 2 moles. That's why I have multiplied the delta G0 value of NO2 with 2. And I have subtracted that from the delta G0 value of N2O4. So here we get the answer 1.29 kilocalorie. Okay, this is what delta G0 formation for this given change. Okay, for a given reaction. And we know the relation with that with our equilibrium constant. So just put the value of delta G0, 2.303 से divide कीजिए, R से divide कीजिए, T से divide कीजिए. You will get the log of Kp value. Transfer this log to the equal to sign, and you have to find out the anti-log of a given number which is going to come here. And after doing this anti-log calculation, you will get the value for Kp. That is what? Option D. That is what? Option D. That is 0.114. Okay. That is 0.114. Right. Let's move on to the next problem. Do you understand this? Okay. Next move on to the next problem. So here graphite and oxygen, one reaction is given for which delta H of enthalpy change, स्टैंडर्ड एंथैल्पी चेंज इज व्हाट x1, h2 के लिए x2 है और इसके लिए डेल्टा G दिया हुआ है हम लोगों को x3. Okay, here we need to calculate the heat of formation for C2H2. Okay, so here what we have to do is we need to calculate the heat of formation for C2H2. So see here how we are going to calculate that. So in order to calculate that, I have multiplied, I have sum first of all, then subtracted. Okay, the reaction here you can see. This is what heat of, this is a reaction of what? C2H2 with oxygen. This is a combustion reaction. Okay, this is what? One type of combustion reaction of C2H2. Okay, that is what? Ethene molecule, right? But here what is happening is, okay, but here what is happening is we need to find, calculate the heat of formation for C2H2. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to arrange this given equation in terms of X3. Okay, because here delta H for this reaction is what? X3. This is delta H 0. Okay, and now we need to find out the heat of formation for C2H2. So here what I have done is, how many number of CO2 are present in this reaction are 4 moles. And I know the delta H of formation for CO2, that is what, X1. So delta H of formation for CO2 is X1. So I have written that. Again, there are 2 moles of H2 are going to form here. Okay, so what I have done is 2 moles of delta H of formation of H2, which was in liquid state. And I have subtracted the delta H of fusion for C2H2 from that. Okay, C2H2 from that. And that we don't know. Okay, and that we don't know. So I have rearranged this equation like this way, and we get the answer 2x1 plus x2 minus x3 by 2. That is option B, right? You get the idea of this question. Very good. Next problem. Here we need to match the column 1 with the column 2. So there are certain compounds given and there are certain defects. This problem is from solid state. Okay, this problem is from solid state. So here you can see NaCl, ZnS, AgCl and KCl. There are 4 spaces given and we need to find out which shows which defect as well as which develop yellow color on heating due to F center and which gives blue or violet color on heating due to the F center. So you know that AgBr, you must be knowing that AgBr shows both Schottky as well as Frankel defect. It shows both Schottky as well as Frankel defect. So C should be showing P as well as Q. So C, A, B, C. So C should be showing P as well as what, Q. So यहाँ पे C is showing P and Q. यहाँ पे C is showing Q. यहाँ पे C is showing P and Q and P and Q. So 3 options are there. So this is not the correct option here. Okay, I have discarded one option. Now when we talk about the F center, when we talk about the F center, what is there? F center, ZnS. Okay, ZnS contains, ZnS what, B. So ZnS also shows the Frankel defect. ZnS also shows the Frankel defect. So ZnS, when we talk about ZnS, it shows the Frankel defect. Okay, next when we talk about NaCl and KCl, okay, these are the 2 species and both of them show the Schottky defect. Both of them show the Schottky defect. So when we talk about A, NaCl shows Schottky defect as well as it shows F center. Okay, and it shows yellow color on heating due to the F center. So A will show P and R. Okay, B, that is ZnS. ZnS only shows the Frankel defect. Okay, next C, that is AgBr shows Schottky as well as Frankel defect, that is P and Q. Okay, and D, that is what, our KCl. KCl, what does KCl do is it shows Schottky defect, that is P, as well as it shows the F center, but it doesn't form the yellow color, but it forms blue or violet color, that is P as well as S. So when we match these options with our given options now, you can see that option A is the correct answer here. Okay, so NaCl shows Schottky defect as well as it forms F center, and when it forms F center, it shows yellow color to that. ZnS shows Frankel defect only. AgBr shows both type of defects, Schottky as well as Frankel. KCl shows KCl shows Schottky defect only like NaCl, but like NaCl also it shows F center, but here color will be what, violet, not yellow like for NaCl. Is that okay with everyone? Okay, now let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so which of the following reactions are disproportionation reaction? Okay, so here we need to consider which reaction is disproportionation reaction. So when we talk about the disproportionation reaction, you know that what is the actual change occur in the disproportionation reaction. So in disproportionation reaction, what happens is oxidation as well as reduction takes place simultaneously. Those reactions are known as disproportionation reaction. Those reactions are known as disproportionation reaction. So when we see all these reactions, now there was a mistake here, printing mistake. So when we see here all the reactions, now you can see here in the first reaction, what is happening is that here for Cu, 2Cu plus is converting into Cu plus 2 and what? Cu. So in conversion of Cu plus to Cu plus 2, there is oxidation takes place. And when conversion of Cu plus to Cu takes place, during that reduction is happening. So in this reaction, oxidation as well as reduction is taking place simultaneously, and that's why this is the one type of disproportionation reaction. Now let's move on to the second reaction. Here also you can see that MnO4 minus 2 minus, that is in the reactant side here, it shows oxidation state +6. But when it reacts in presence of H plus ion, it forms MnO4 minus, in which the oxidation state of manganese is +7. That is increase in oxidation state means what? Oxidation. Okay. Simultaneously here MnO2 is also forming. And here in MnO2, the oxidation state of it is +4. That is decrease in oxidation state means what? Reduction. So here simultaneous oxidation as well as reduction is taking place. That's why these two reactions are what? Disproportionation reaction. So 1 and 2 is the answer here. Okay. A answer is correct here. You can see for other two reactions also. For KMnO4, here there is not more change in the oxidation state. Okay. KMnO4, what is the oxidation state for manganese here? Yes. Here +6. Okay. Here is also +6. So that is reduction. This reaction is also not consist of oxidation and reduction simultaneously, and that's why only two reactions show disproportionation type of reaction, 1 and 2 only. Any doubts in this? Yes. Any doubts in this? Okay. Now let's move on to the next problem. So the atomic weights of the two elements. There are two elements A and B whose atomic weights are 40 and 80 U. Okay. Atomic mass unit. If X gram of A contains Y number of atoms, how many atoms are present in 2x gram of B? So here the simple maths we need to consider. So here see for element A, okay, for element A and for element B, what is happening? For element A, we know its atomic mass is what? 40U and it is what? 80U. We have given the atomic weights, that is X gram and 2x gram. So how we are going to calculate the number of moles? Weight upon atomic weight or molecular weights, X by 40, 2x by 80. Okay, now we need to calculate the number of atoms. So we have multiplied it by what? Avogadro's number Na. Here also Avogadro's number Na. So when 2x by 80 is happening now, what is the actual simplification of that? X by 40. So when you can see here, number of atoms are same, right? X by 40 Na, X by 40 Na. So if X gram of A contains Y number of atoms, then this much, since they are containing same number of atoms, so this will also contain how many number of atoms? Y number of atoms. That is option C is the correct answer here, right? That is option C is correct answer here. Okay, any doubts in this? Yeah, any doubts in this? Okay, let's move on to the next problem. Okay, answer 3. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या दिया हुआ है? We have given a graph. In that graph, what we have to do is we have to convert. Okay, we have to check the relationship between these three graphs. Okay, so what is given to us here? The vapor pressure curves of the same solute in the same solvent are shown. The curves are parallel to each other and do not intersect. The concentration of the solutions are in the order. So here we have shown the vapor pressure in torr and temperature is given, and there are three curves, 1, 2, 3, and there is a pure solvent curve is also present. So you know that elevation in boiling point is directly proportional to the concentration of a given substances. Okay, concentration of a given substances. So as here a boiling point is going to increase, what will happen? Yes, as your boiling point is going to increase, the concentration increases. Okay, so for first, second, and third curve, you can see for third curve, the boiling point for given solution is highest, then second solution, then the first one. Okay, and that's why as boiling point of the solution increases, the concentration is also going to increase, and that's why our order will be 3 to 1, 3 to 1, 3 to 1. That is option 1. Okay, 3 to 1. 3 is more, then 2, then 1. Right? Next problem, weak acid दिया हुआ है HA. Uska K, the dissociation constant of acid is given. We have given the concentration, and we need to find out what is the percentage of acid undergo into dissociation. So you know alpha is whatever dissociation constant, and you know the relation between alpha and K and concentration. So use this simple formula. Alpha is what? Degree of dissociation under root of Ka by C. When you do these calculations, na, Ka by C, you will get answer alpha is equal to 10 raised to minus 2. Multiplied by 100, you will get percentage in terms of percent. That is what? 1%. So here answer is what? B. Yeah, any doubt in this? Let's move on to the next problem. Here again, we need to match the columns I minus, AU, F2 and H2. Okay, so most reducing power, most oxidizing power. Okay, then what is given? Most reducing, most oxidizing, least reducing power in metal, and zero standard reduction potential. So you know that H2, that is H2 gas. Okay, when that it is there, it shows zero standard reduction potential. Okay, so Q should be, D should be showing S. Okay, D should be matched with the S. So यहाँ पे A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, यहाँ पे A, B, C और ये D. D should be matched with S. Right? So वो क्या करता है? हाइड्रोजन इलेक्ट्रॉन हमको जीरो रिडक्शन पोटेंशियल दिखाता है. ठीक है? F2 क्या है? F2 S. F2 shows least reducing power, or it is going to show zero standard reduction potential. Yes. Most reducing power, least reducing power. F2 is what? Most oxidizing power or least oxidizing power. Yeah, can you tell me the answer here? Hello. Yes. F2 is hello. F2 is what? Yeah, F2 is what? F2S, zero standard reducing potential. Yes. F2 shows zero standard potential, standard reducing potential, or H2 will show zero standard reduction potential. See here, I minus is what? Most reducing power. I minus is having most reducing power. AU is having what? Least reducing power. Okay, AU is having least reducing power in metals. F2 is what? Most oxidizing power. And H2 is what? Zero standard reduction potential. So here it will be what? Q. F2 के जगह पे यहाँ पे आ जाएगा Q. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे D के जगह आ जाएगा, इस Q के जगह आ जाएगा D. और our correct option is what? D. ठीक है. Next, consider the following reaction occurring in acidic medium. So here we need to find out the standard reduction potential for unknown. This standard reduction potential we need to find out. So first of all, let's find out the oxidation state for X element. Okay, so what is the oxidation state here? 0, because this is what? Homonuclear atom. Okay, homonuclear molecule. That's why here oxidation state will be 0. यहाँ पे कितना है? चार्ज प्रेजेंट है. यहाँ पे हमारा ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट आ रहा है +1. यहाँ पे ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट आ रही है +5. राइट? XO3 minus. So I don't know X ka oxidation state, but I know oxidation state for oxygen. How many are they? 3. What is the overall charge? It is -1. So X is equal to -1 + 6. So overall oxidation state is +5. Similarly, you can find out for this one. Okay. So here, when we do the calculations, now you can see here, change in oxidation state is from 5 to 1. Okay. But we have given the E0, that is what? 1.5. Okay, so let's multiply it by 4, because 4 change, or the difference between 5 and 1 is what? 4. So 4 into 1.5. Okay, यहाँ पे from 1 to 0, that is difference is 1. That's why 1 से multiply किया है E0 की value. Okay, here from 5 to 1, sorry, from 5 to 0 the conversion is happening. So that's why here we need to multiply it by 5. So just do this multiplication and addition. Okay, 5, 4 into 1.5 plus 1 into 1.6. When you calculate this, you will get answer 1.52 volt. That is in positive side, not negative. Okay, so our answer will be D. Okay, so our answer will be what? D. Any doubts in this? Yeah, any doubts in this? Okay, now let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so now tell me here what will be the answer. Total values of M in a shell, value of L in a shell, values of M in a subshell, and what is there? Total values of M in a subshell. Okay, so here total values of M in a shell. Okay, how many shells are going to be present in a given M shell? What is that? Total values of M in a shell, that is what? N square. So for A, it is what? S. Okay, then B, values of L in a shell. How many values of L are in the shell? So they start from 0, 1 to n minus 1. So for B, it is what? P. Next, value of M in a subshell. So value of M in a subshell, how many values are present for M value? They are from plus L to minus L. Okay, so that's why for C, it is what? R. Next, values of M in a subshell. So how many values of M will be present in a given subshell, and that we can calculate by Q. So for D, it is what? Q. So when you match these now, you will find that option C is the correct answer. Okay, option C is the correct answer. Next problem, for a given reaction, 2A gives B plus 3C, we have given the rate of dA by dt, dB by dt, and dC by dt. We need to calculate K1, K2, and K3. So here, see the answer. Okay, I have written the solution of the question. Okay, here you can see that what is happening into the answer. So the law of chemical equilibrium, when we apply the law of chemical equilibrium to this, you can see here the change in the rate of reaction, the change in the concentration of dA by dt will be equal to change in the concentration of B, change in the concentration of C with respect to their number of moles present in the given equation. Okay, so let's put dA by dt value. What is dA by dt value? Minus dA by dt value दी हम लोग को, minus dA by dt की value दी कितनी है? K1 A square. So I have put that K1 A square. dB by dt value is what? K2 A square. That is what? K2 A square. dC by dt value is what? K3 A cube. A square. Sorry, K3 A square. So A square is going to cancel. Okay. So what is remaining? K1 by 2, K2 is equal to K3 by 3. So what will be our correct answer? A, B, C, D. So D is what our correct answer. K1 by 2 is equal to K2, is equal to K3 by 3. Okay. Any doubts in this? Very simple problem. Right. Next problem. The football bladder contains equimolar concentrations or proportions of hydrogen and oxygen. The composition by mass of the mixture effusing. So यहाँ पे effusion का formula हम लोगों को use करना है. We have seen the Gram's law of diffusion. Okay, effusion and diffusion for both. The formula is same. That is, rate of diffusion is inversely related to the molecular weight of a given substance. Okay, so यहाँ पे I have rearranged the equation for H2. मास नीचे लिखा है, फॉर O2 मास ऊपर लिखा है. ठीक है, इनवर्स रिलेशन है उसके कारण. ओके, द नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ H2 आर डिवाइडेड बाय नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ O2. इट इज इक्वल टू 32 by 2. 32 आर द वेट ऑफ द व्हाट? Oxygen, and here is what? Weight of H2. So that is what? 4 by 1. So number of moles are nothing but what? Weight upon molecular weight, weight upon molecular weight. Okay, when you do these calculations now, you will find out this factor. Okay, so this is what the composition by mass of the mixture. That is what? 1 by 4. So here correct answer is what? 1. Yes, very easy problem. Are you able to solve this question? Yeah. Have you solved this question today in the exam? Very easy problem. We just need to use the Gram's law of diffusion, right? And which we have learned recently only. Okay. Yeah. So let's move on to the next problem. Which of the following set of molecules don't follow octet rule? So we have given A, B, C, D 4 options which do not follow octet rule, which have incomplete octet, and which uses expanded octet. Okay, so we need to find out that. So BF3 and AlCl3 are what? Which is having incomplete octet in them. And PCl5 and SF6, these are what? They expand their octet. And that's why they show what? They do not show or do not follow octet rule. Okay, electron deficient and molecules showing expanded octet could not follow the octet rule. That is option C is the correct answer here. Next, we need to match the structures with the given compounds. Okay, so PCl5, what do you think? What is the structure of PCl5? So PCl5 having the hybridization sp3d, its structure is actually what? Trigonal bipyramidal. Its structure is what? Trigonal bipyramidal. When you talk about this SF6 molecule, it is what? Actually octahedral in shape. Okay, that is what? Octahedral in shape. That is sp3d2. Next, BRF5. Okay, when we talk about BRF5, its oxidation state is okay. इसका भी sp3d2 है और BRF5 का भी hybridization क्या है? sp3d2. ठीक है, but the shape of that is what? Square pyramidal. Okay, the shape of this is what? Square pyramidal. Here I have shown the structures also. See here, pyramidal, trigonal bipyramidal, octahedral, square pyramidal, presence of one lone pair of electron. Then BF3, okay, BF3 is what? Trigonal planar, okay, because it is sp2 in hybridization. So match all these with the options. You will find that option A is our correct answer here. Right? Next problem. The crystal field splitting energy for octahedral and tetrahedral. Yeah, very easy. You know that octahedral and tetrahedral are related with the option A. Okay, tetrahedral crystal field splitting energy is equal to 4/9 of octahedral crystal field splitting energy. Very good. Identify the incorrect statement. So here, when you read all these statements, now the oxidation state of chromium is not same. So this is not true. Why? Because here you can see for chromate, that is CrO4 minus 2, oxidation state is +6, and for Cr2O7 minus 2, oxidation state is +6. So both are having same what? Oxidation state. But in here, what is given? They are not having the same oxidation state. So this statement is incorrect. That's why our option A is what? Correct statement. Means correct answer here, not correct statement. Right? Yeah. Let's move on to the next problem. List 1 contains different compound formed during extraction of metal 1 in the list second. Okay. So which metals are found in which case? Okay. That we need to consider here. So यहाँ पे what is happening is MCN2 minus. For here A के लिए हमारा आंसर है Ag. Ag is found during leaching of ore and it forms in this form. Okay. In the A form. Ag यहाँ पे आ जाएगा और CN2 minus. Okay. So यहाँ पे है S. MCO4. Here the metal carbonyl are formed by nickel compounds. So for B it is what? P. Mi4. This type of compound is formed during the refining of metal titanium. So that's why here answer will be what? Q. And for MO, that is D. For D, it is what? Lead, which is found during roasting of ore. Okay, roasting of ore. So here correct answer is what? Option A. Okay, here correct answer is what? Option A. Any doubt in this? Okay, it is a factual thing. Nothing to worry more about this. Next, in the concentration of PBS containing ZNS as impurity, the depressant used is. So in this is what? Frost flotation method, in which NaCN, sodium cyanide, is used as a depressant. Okay, please remember this. Right? Next problem. Let's move on to the next problem. Bleaching powder does not contain. So when you see the formula for bleaching powder, na, so it contains this and this, but it doesn't contain this one. So our correct answer will be what? Option D. Very good, Sanjay. Yeah, option D will be the correct answer here. Right? Option D will be the correct answer here. Okay. Yeah. Next, the reaction given to us on hydrolysis followed by polymerization, it is going to give us what? Linear silicon, cross-linked silicon, dimer or anion present in barite. In beryllium. So here, when the reaction takes place, now we get the compound like this way. This is what? X compound. So on polymerization of this X compound, we get linear silicon. We get linear silicon. Very good, Sanjay. So here we get linear silicon. A option is correct. Now let's find out the correct order of boiling point for these 4 compounds. That is PH3, ASH3, sorry, NH3, PH3, ASH3, and what? SBH3. So this is what? Nitrogen family. This is what? Nitrogen family. So boiling point increases as molecular weight increases. Okay, boiling point increases as molecular weight increases. So it should be increased from nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic to antimony. But here what happens is that due to the hydrogen bonding present in NH3, it has more boiling point as compared to PH3. It has more boiling point as compared to PH3, and that's why here the order becomes like this way. SBH3 will have more, then NH3, then ASH3, then PH3. Okay, so here there is a weak hydrogen bonding present in NH3, and that's why it shows more boiling point as compared to arsenic and as compared to phosphor hydride. Okay, and if water is present, then water will be present here. It will have the more boiling point. Okay, than these respective compounds. So this is all about this problem. So here answer will be what? Option A. Okay, option A. Next problem, match the following: oxide and nature. So here oxide ka nature we need to match. So CO is basic or neutral, BaCO is neutral, Al2O3 क्या है और Cl2O7 क्या है. या सो लेट्स मैच इट. सो यहाँ पे क्या है BaO नॉट BaCO. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या है CO न्यूट्रल है, BaO बेसिक है, L2O3 एम्फोटेरिक है और Cl2O7 क्या है एसिडिक. ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई हियर करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज व्हाट सी. आपको रिमेंबर करना है ये सब. ठीक है, मतलब ऑक्साइड आया और नेचर बताया गया तो आपको पता है Al2O3 क्या है एम्फोटेरिक इन नेचर, Cl2O7 क्या है एसिडिक. ओके, BaO क्या है बेसिक और जो ऑक्साइड है कार्बन का वो क्या है न्यूट्रल. ठीक है, करेक्ट ऑर्डर ऑफ डेंसिटी इज. So here correct order of density क्या है यहाँ पे सोडियम पोटेशियम रुबिडियम एंड सीजियम. So here correct order is what? Option B. Why? Because top to bottom density of first A group increases. Okay, what is happening here? Density increases regularly, but for sodium it is more as compared to potassium, because in potassium there is a large volume vacant due to the presence of vacant d orbitals, and that's why it is having lesser density as compared to sodium, and that's why our option B is the correct answer. Next, beryllium and aluminum resembles in both became passive on reaction in HNO3 due to formation of oxide layer. Yes, this is correct. Their chlorides are Lewis acid. Yes, they are Lewis acids. Hydroxides are soluble in alkali as well as in acid. Yes, this is correct. So all are what? Correct here. Okay, due to they have polarization power, these ions are what show all these things. Next, which of the following compound shows Riemann-Tiemann reaction? So यहाँ पे A, B, C, D. You know that for Riemann-Tiemann reaction, our benzene should have substitution of OH group. Okay, so phenol mostly shows the Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Yeah, Sanjay, very good. So here option C is the correct answer. Okay, option C is what? Correct answer. Phenols give Riemann-Tiemann reaction. At ortho position, CHO goes, and here the intermediate will be what? Carbon. So यहाँ पे आ जाएगा हमारा CHO. ठीक है, इस तरह से रिएक्शन होगा. Next, RBC deficiency is deficiency disease of. So this disease is deficiency of what? Vitamin B12. Okay, theoretical question. It is what? Due to the deficiency of vitamin B12. Yeah. Next problem. So यहाँ पे क्या दिया हुआ है? We have given a reaction where alkyne, sorry, CH, triple bond CH. Okay, its reaction with red hot and Fe tube gives A, whose reaction with what? This is what? Acetylene reagent gives B, whose reaction with KMNO4 we get C. So what is this product C? Okay, so this is what our alkyne. Okay, when it reacts with red hot and Fe tube, this molecule undergoes into aromatization. Okay, this molecule undergoes into aromatization, and there is a formation of benzene. And there is a formation of benzene molecule. This benzene molecule, when reacts with, this is what A. When this benzene molecule undergoes into acylation in presence of catalyst AlCl3, it forms, not acylation, sorry, alkylation. It forms what? Alkyl benzene. That is methyl benzene. When it reacts with, this is B. When it reacts with what? Hot KMNO4. That is what? Oxidation when takes place. What happens to this CH3? KMNO4 क्या करेगा? CH3 का oxidation कर डालेगा, and there is a formation of what? COOH here, that is benzoic acid is formed. So what is product C? C. Okay, option C is the correct answer here. Benzoic acid, toluene and benzene. Right. Next problem. In which of the following reaction ketone is not the final product? A, B, C, D. तो इनमें से किसमें हमारा जो product है वो ketone नहीं मिलेगा? Okay, not the final product. So let's see the final product of each reaction. So in the first reaction, what is happening? We are getting this product. Okay, तो ये क्या है? कीटोन है. ठीक है, तो ये हमको क्या बोलना है? नॉट, नहीं मिलना चाहिए कीटोन. इसमें मिल रहा है, ये हमारा करेक्ट आंसर नहीं होगा. नेक्स्ट यहाँ पे क्या मिल रहा है हमको? अल्कोहल मिल रहा है. सो दिस कैन बी द reaction in which ketone is not forming. Here ketone is forming. This is not our product. Here ketone is forming. This is not our product. So what is option B is what? Correct answer, where we get the alcohol. Right? Any doubt in this? Okay, let's move on to the next problem. Match the following biochemical oxygen demand, that is BOD, photochemical smog, polar stratospheric cloud, classical smog, ozone layer depletion. So you know that ozone layer depletion, where is that happening? It is happening in the stratospheric cloud. Okay, so here answer will be what? Yeah, here answer is what? 3. That is what? C. So A के लिए R है, मतलब क्या? Biochemical oxygen demand is what? Organic matter in water. B के लिए क्या है? P. It is what? Oxidizing in nature. Okay, photochemical smog is oxidizing mixture. Then classical smog is what? Actually reducing mixture. And ozone layer depletion is happening in the stratospheric cloud. So that's why here option C is the correct answer. Next, which does not give ethane as a product. ओके सो इनमें से कौन से रिएक्शन में हमको प्रोडक्ट इथेन नहीं मिल रहा है. इथेन मतलब क्या? CH3CH3. okay so when you see this reaction na, sodium and triether, here you get ethane, that is this molecule. Here also during electrolysis you get ethane. Here also during electrolysis you get ethane. But in the option B now, what is happening here is there is a formation of different type of compound. That is what here there is a formation of methane actually. Okay, there is a formation of methane and Na2CO3, that is sodium carbonate. And that's why this is our correct answer, option B. Mistake. So an hexane gives CrO3 and Al2O3. Okay, during this catalyst it gives forms benzene. Okay, so reaction is aromatization and takes place in presence of oxides of chromium, molybdenum or vanadium in presence of Al2O3. Okay, any doubt in this? Very simple reaction. Okay. Next, arrange the following compound with respect to SN2 mechanism. You know, for SN2 mechanism, it is inversely related to steric hindrance. So, which will have the lesser bulkiness in his structure, it will be what? More reactive. So, which is having less bulky in its nature? First, then second, then third, and then fourth. So, which will be more reactive? First will be more reactive, then second, then third, then fourth. Okay, so our answer is what here? 1. Okay, rate of SN2 is inversely related to steric hindrance. That's why. Next, what is the name of this compound? So when you see all the options now, you can see here N-phenyl. So this is what? Phenyl ring, which is attached to nitrogen. That's why this is what? N-phenyl. Okay, carboxyclohexane, and this is what? Cyclohexane. Right? Cyclohexane, and this molecule is known as carboxyamide. Okay, so that's why here option C is our correct answer. Okay, option C is our correct answer because here parent we are considering as a carboxyamide. Okay, yeah. Next, monomers of nylon 2 and nylon 6 are. So here, what are the monomers of nylon 2 and nylon 6? So glycine and aminocaproic acids are what? Monomers of nylon 2 and nylon 6. Distillation technique most suited for separating glycerol from spentine in the soap industries. Here distillation under reduced pressure is what? Our correct answer. Okay, this is the most suitable technique. Next, if 900 joule per gram of it is extended at boiling point of water, then what is the increase in entropy? So here we need to calculate the increase in entropy. Okay, you know the formula, delta S is equal to delta H upon T. What is delta H? Delta H is given 900 joule per gram. Okay, it is per gram. We need to calculate it for per mole. So that's why I have multiplied it with the molecular weight of water. Okay, boiling point of water is what? Yes, 100 degrees Celsius. 100 plus 273, it is what? In terms of Kelvin, 373 Kelvin. So let's put delta H value, let's put temperature value. You get the entropy, that is what? 43.4 joule per Kelvin per mole. Very simple problem. Very good problem. Okay, simple भी है. अच्छे से आपको सब अप्लाई करना है. ग्राम में दिया हुआ था, मोल में कन्वर्ट करना है. टेम्परेचर आपको दिया नहीं था, लेकिन we need to consider that here water is there and its boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. Next, adsorption is directly proportional to surface area or free valencies of adsorbent. Okay, next, adsorption is spontaneous phenomena in which delta G, that is gives free energy, is less than 0 and delta S is greater than 0. So this is correct. Okay, and absorption is directly proportional to surface area or free valencies of adsorbent. Yes, this is also correct. So both the statements are correct here. Okay, both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. Yes, so we have seen this in adsorption. Right? Any doubts in this? You know, right? You know this, right? Okay, let's move on to the next problem. So what is the KSP for this strontium hydroxide? If I assume that is X, then calculate the value of OH minus ion in saturated solution. So what we need to calculate here? Concentration of OH minus ion in terms of X, which is what? KSP for this given hydroxide. So here you can see when this hydroxide is going to dissolve into the substance in terms of its respective ions, that is Sr2 plus and 2OH minus. So here solubility for this ion is S, and there are 2 OH minus ions. That's why I have written here 2S. Okay, so what will be the KSP? It will be what? 4SQ. Okay, it will be what? 4SQ. So for KSP, we need to write X. Okay, then solubility will be what? Solubility, that is S, will be equal to what? For KSP, we need to write X is equal to 4SQ. So X by 4 raised to 1 by 3 will be what? The solubility. What the solubility. So what I have done here is I have rearranged. This is what solubility for which S. लेकिन हम लोगों को OH minus का concentration निकालना है. वो कितना है? 2 times of S. So that's why OH minus ion concentration becomes 2 times of X by 4 raised to 1 by 3. That is what option B. Right? Any doubt in this? Yes. Okay, let's move on to the next problem. Aluminum oxide may be electrolyzed at 1000 degrees Celsius to furnish aluminum metal whose mass is 27 AMU. 1 Faraday value is given, that is 96500 Coulomb. The cathode reaction is given, Al3 plus 3 electron gives aluminum. To prepare around 5.12 kg, sorry, not kilojoule, sorry, 5.12 kg of aluminum metal by this method, it would require. Okay, so it would require how much amount of electric charge, how much amount of electricity in order to do this conversion. Okay, so here you can see this is our reaction. Equivalent of aluminum deposit will be equal to the equivalent of charge passed through the solution. So amount of charge we can find out from calculating it by dividing the weight of a given aluminum metal by its atomic weight, multiplied it by 10 raised to 3. Okay, multiplied it by 3 into 96500. Why 3? Because 3 charges means 3 electrons are required here. Okay, and kg को हम लोगों ने कन्वर्ट किया है यहाँ पे ग्राम में. ठीक है, kg को हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे कन्वर्ट किया है ग्राम में. ठीक है, क्योंकि 10⁻⁷ क्या है? ग्राम में है. कि इसको हम लोगों ने अगर ग्राम में कन्वर्ट किया, then we will multiply it by 10 raised to 3. Okay, so that is the case here. Gram cancel हो जाएगा, and whatever we are going to get, it will be in terms of Coulomb. Okay, so how much is the charge? 5.49 into 10 raised to 7. That is what option C. 10 raised to 4 है यहाँ पे 10 raised to 1 है, 10 raised to 7 है. Okay, so what is the answer? Correct answer is 10 raised to 7. If suppose you haven't converted 5.12 kg in terms of gram, then one of the answer 10 raised to 4 you will get the answer. Right? You will get the 10 raised to 4 answer. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से ये हमारा करेक्ट आंसर क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ पे? ऑप्शन सी. Do you get the idea of this question? Yeah, let's go on to the next problem. Yeah, so here how many reactions are proceed to forward direction by increasing the pressure? Okay, so we need to increase the pressure and we need to see which reactions are going to be in a forward direction. Okay, so there are how many reactions given to us? 6 reactions are given. Okay, how many reactions are given to you? 6 reactions are given. And what is the answer for this? CaCl2, CO plus Cl2, methane reacts with sulfide, it gives CH2 plus H2S, CO2 on reaction with carbon, it gives CO, H2 reacts with CO2, gives CH3OH, CaCO3, like this. So reactions are given. So what is the criteria? If we increase the pressure, what should be the criteria we look for if the reaction should be in forward direction? So as the pressure increases, the gas component and mole increases. The gaseous component mole increases. That means that if we increase the pressure, the gas molecules into the product side should be more as compared to the reactant side. Okay, so when we talk about that, na, here there is 1 gas molecule, here there are total 2 gas molecules. Here there are 2 and 1, 3 gas molecules. Okay, यहाँ पे कितने gas molecules है? 3. So there is no increase in the gaseous molecule. Here 1 gas molecule, यहाँ पे 2 gas molecules. Okay, 1 gas molecules, यहाँ पे 2 gas molecules. Next, CaCO3, CaO plus CO2. Here also 1 gas molecule only. Here 2 and 1, 3 gas molecules. Okay, but here we are getting what? Only 1 gas molecule. So that's why here correct option is what? Option A, in which there is an increase in the, as we increase the pressure, the gas component are going to increase. The gas component in terms of moles are going to increase, and that's why first answer is the correct answer here. Next, choose the correct set of representing given statements. Okay, we have given 4 statements and we need to say whether it is true, false. Okay, so first is what coordination isomerism arises from the interchange of ligands between cationic and anionic entities present in the complex. Yeah, so this is true statement. Okay, coordination isomerism, in which what happened, we just interchange the ligands between the cationic and anionic entities present in a complex. Next, silent ligand is an ambident ligand. Yeah, this is also true. SCN minus is what? But bidentate ligand, or sorry, ambidentate ligand. It can attach with S also, it can attach with nitrogen also. That's why it is known as ambident ligand. Next, ionization isomerism arises when the counter ion in a complex salt is itself a potential ligand and can displace a ligand, which can then become the counter ion. Okay, this is again true. Okay, next is what this does not exhibit coordination isomerism. So this is not true. It actually exhibits the coordination isomer. So that's why this is a false. So true, 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 and false is the correct answer. That is option C is our correct answer here. Okay, any doubts in this so far? Hello, any doubts in this so far? You can hear me, right? Yeah, thank you, Priyadarshini. So something went wrong here. I will just try to make it. So we were solving the problem number. Hello, can you hear me? But you cannot see my screen, right? Something went wrong here. I will just check with this. Hello, you can see me and you can see my screen, right? Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so now let's start with the next problem. Yeah, okay. So here we need to calculate the oxidation number. Sorry, we need to calculate here spin magnetic moment. Okay, we need to calculate here spin magnetic moment. Okay, spin magnetic moment. So how you are going to calculate it? So see, our formula for calculating spin magnetic moment is what? n plus 2, under root of n plus 2 Bohr magneton. So here CO3 plus ion is given into the first option. Okay, A. We need to match that with the column 2, in which the spin magnetic moment is given for the respective ions. Okay, we need to calculate for respective ions what will be the spin magnetic moment given from the column 2. So you know the CO3 plus ion, its electronic configuration is what? It is what? 3d6 4s0. So we just need to consider here valence shell electronic configuration. Okay, so here when you put 6 electron into the D shell, now you can see here how many unpaired electrons are present? 4. So put here n is equal to 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 into 4, how many? 24 Bohr magneton will be the magnetic moment for this CO3 plus ion. That is option S, column S. Next, for chromium 3 plus ion, what is there? For chromium 3 plus ion, the electronic configuration is what? 3d3 4s0. So there are only 3 electrons in the 3d3. So you can see here 1, 2, 3. So they all are what? Unpaired. That's why n will be what? 3. When you put 3 into the n is equal to 3, you will get spin magnetic moment. That is what? Under root of 15 Bohr magneton. So here under root of 15 means T. Yeah. For Fe3 plus, what is the electronic configuration? Valence electronic configuration 3d5. So here n is equal to 5. So 5 plus 2, 7. 7 into 5, 35 Bohr magneton. That is for C, it is what? Q. Next, for D, that is nickel 2 plus, you know, it is what? Having 1s2, 2s2, the outer electronic configuration, that is valence electronic configuration, contains 3d8. That is what? How many? There are unpaired electrons are only 2. So that's why 2 plus 2, that is 4. 4 into 2 will be what? Under root of 8 Bohr magneton. Okay. Okay. So that will be what? Under root 8 means what? P. So STQP will be the options for ABCD. So when you match these, you will get answer A. Okay, you will get answer A. Now let's find out the answer for this. Choose the correct matching. So yeah, under root of n plus 2. Very good, Sanjay. So that is what? The not minus, it will be plus. It will be plus under root of n plus 2. That is the formula. You have shown me the formula is what? Minus 2. Okay, minus 2 नहीं होगा, n minus 2 नहीं है, ठीक है, n plus 2 है. Okay, any doubt in this, Sanjay? Okay, let's move on to the next problem. Any doubt in this, Sanjay? No, ma'am. Okay, very good, Sanjay. Thank you so much for responding. Now, see here, column 1 and column 2. Column 1 is given the process. Column 2 is given name of the process. So here, what is the correct answer? Here we need to match the processes with the name of a given process. So here answer C is the correct answer. For A, it is what? Clark's method. For B, it is what? Actually Culligan's method. C, reaction is what? Actually ion exchange method. And D is what? Synthetic resin method. So here option C is the correct answer. So here Cl2 reacts with. तो यहाँ पे हम लोगों को फाइंड आउट करना है Cl2 किसके साथ रिएक्ट होता है. Reacts with cold and dilute NaOH. Reacts with क्या दिया हुआ है हम लोगों को? Reacts with time to produce bleaching powder. Next question. So here we need to match the options. Okay, successive value of ionization energy with the what? Successive value of ionization energy with the element which is present in the outermost shell. Okay, with the element which is present in the outermost shell. So here what is the answer? Option C. Okay, here option C is our correct answer. ठीक है, ऑप्शन सी में क्या हो रहा है देखिए आप, यू कैन सी फॉर ए दैट इज 3s1, द वैल्यू इज व्हाट s. 3s1 के लिए कितना होता है सक्सेसिव वैल्यू ऑफ आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी 15, देन 180, देन 200 एंड देन 220. ओके, फॉर बी दैट इज व्हाट r, फॉर r मींस व्हाट 20, देन 24, 210 एंड 230. ओके, वो इंक्रीज हो रहा है. ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रॉन को निकालने के लिए जो हमारी एनर्जी लगेगी वो क्या हो रही है, इंक्रीज हो रही है. लेट्स सी हियर 3s2 एंड np1. np1 का इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालने के लिए हम लोगों को कितनी एनर्जी लग रही है, 18. ओके, देन 26, 32, 240 एंड 260. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट np2. np2 के लिए क्या हो रहा है, और बढ़ रहा है. ठीक है, सक्सेसिव आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी. सो लाइक दैट वे हियर आंसर इज व्हाट, ऑप्शन सी. राइट, एनी डाउट इन दिस? ओके, next problem, which is the Itard reaction? So this is very easy. We have learned Itard reaction so many times. Which is the Itard reaction? A, B, C, D? Yeah, Sanjay, very good. B is what the correct answer. That is what Itard reaction. Next, which reaction shows the correct product? So here A, B, C, D means 1, 2, 3, 4. These reactions are what? First reaction is the Cannizzaro reaction. Okay, second reaction is Hinsberg's reagent. Third reaction is Aldol reaction. And fourth reaction is a Hofmann reaction. Okay, in Hofmann reaction you get the amine. यहाँ पे क्या दिया है, amide का means in Hofmann reaction what happens is this CO is also goes and only NH2 is present. ठीक है, लेकिन यहाँ पे CH2 भी present है, इसलिए ये तो प्रोडक्ट सही नहीं है. Aldol reaction में भी ये जो हम लोगों को प्रोडक्ट मिला है ये भी सही नहीं है. यहाँ पे ये जो प्रोडक्ट मिल रहा है Cannizzaro reaction में ये भी सही नहीं है. Which reaction product we are getting is what? ओके, सो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, सॉरी आई हैव मिस्टेक किया मैंने थोड़ा सा. तो देखो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया है, देखिए यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, हमको बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस दिए हुए. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट में जो Cannizzaro रिएक्शन हो रहा है, Cannizzaro रिएक्शन का जो सोल्यूशन है, दिस इज अ करेक्ट प्रोडक्ट. ओके, सॉरी, देयर इज अ 1 OH is forming and 1 salt is forming. Okay, 1 alcohol and salt. So this is the correct product. ओके, नेक्स्ट रिएक्शन में हिंसबर्ग रिएक्शन जो हो रही है, जहां पे हम लोग रिएजेंट यूज कर रहे हैं, दिस इज अगेन द करेक्ट प्रोडक्ट. फॉर थर्ड रिएक्शन विच इज अल्डोल रिएक्शन, दिस इज अगेन अ करेक्ट प्रोडक्ट. मैंने मतलब मैं इनकरेक्ट बोल दिया, लेकिन ये सारे क्या है, करेक्ट है. इनकरेक्ट कौन सा है, ये इनकरेक्ट है. ठीक है, सो दैट्स व्हाई अवर ऑप्शन 2 विल बी द करेक्ट ऑप्शन, दैट इज 1, 2 एंड 3. ओके, फोर्थ में ये CH2 अगर नहीं होता तो ये भी करेक्ट आंसर हो जाता. ठीक है, प्रोडक्ट भी ये करेक्ट हो जाता. एनी डाउट्स इन दिस? नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम, अमंग द फॉलोइंग द नैरो स्पेक्ट्रम एंटीबायोटिक इज. सो नैरो स्पेक्ट्रम एंटीबायोटिक इनमें से कौन सा है, तो पेनिसिलिन जी जो है हमारा वो नैरो स्पेक्ट्रम बायोटिक है. वेरी गुड संजय, या योर आंसर इज करेक्ट, ए. नेक्स्ट, मोस्ट बेसिक कंपाउंड इज. सो यहाँ पे मोस्ट बेसिक कंपाउंड कौन सा है, दिस इज अगेन वेरी इजी प्रॉब्लम्स, 99 एंड 100. कैन यू टेल मी विच इज द मोस्ट बेसिक कंपाउंड? बेसिक कंपाउंड कौन सा होना चाहिए, विच शुड बी एबल टू गिव इट्स इलेक्ट्रॉन इजीली, right? So here the lone pair of electron present on nitrogen, here also lone pair of electron are present on nitrogen, here also and here also, but these are involved in the conjugation. This is also involved in the conjugation, this is also involved in the conjugation, but here this is not involved in the conjugation, right? That's why this will be what, most basic compound. Are you getting this? Are you understanding this? This is very basic concept and such type of question can be asked, so that's why try करो समझने के लिए. यहाँ पे नाइट्रोजन के जो दोनों पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो कॉन्जुगेशन में बिजी हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, यहाँ पे नहीं आएगा, ये इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे आएगा और इस तरह से ये कॉन्जुगेशन होगा. ठीक है, फिर से इसके पास आ जाएगा. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, ये यहाँ पे जाएगा, ये यहाँ पे जाएगा, फिर से ये O- नीचे आएगा, ये यहाँ पे आएगा लोन पेयर. सो ये कॉन्जुगेशन में बिजी है. यहाँ पे भी ये दो लोन पेयर क्या है, कॉन्जुगेशन में बिजी है. ठीक है, लेकिन इसके जो लोन पेयर है नाइट्रोजन के ऊपर, इसके ये जो साइक्लोहेक्सेन अमाइन है हमारा, उसका इस पे क्या है, वो अवेलेबल है दो लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, एंड दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज व्हाट द मोस्ट बेसिक कंपाउंड प्रेजेंट हियर. वेरी गुड, सी ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट, विच अमंग द फॉलोइंग आयन इज नॉट एरोमेटिक. सो हियर एरोमेटिक कौन नहीं है, तो ये तो एरोमेटिक है, राइट? दिस इज अगेन एरोमेटिक, दिस इज ऑल्सो एरोमेटिक, राइट? बट हियर complete conjugation is not happening, that's why this molecule is not aromatic, that's why this molecule is not aromatic, right everyone? Any doubts about this? वेरी इजी प्रॉब्लम। यहाँ पे देखो कॉन्जुगेशन है, ये कौन सा मॉलिक्यूल है, पिरिडिन, राइट। यहाँ पे ये क्या है, साइक्लोहेप्टाडीन, साइक्लोहेप्टाट्राइन मॉलिक्यूल, cycloheptatine cation, right? This is also what? This is also what? Aromatic. 6 electrons है इसमें, 4 pi electrons, 4 pi plus 2, okay? 4n plus 2 electron, 4n plus 2 pi electron है इसमें, ठीक है। 6 electrons है, यहाँ पे भी 6 electron है, बेंजीन है, ये तो aromatic है, टोल्यून मॉलिक्यूल। यहाँ पे conjugation complete नहीं है, incomplete conjugation. That's why this molecule is what? Not aromatic. Okay, that's why this molecule is not aromatic. Is this clear to everyone? Right. So thank you so much for joining in this session. I'm sure all your doubts about this paper has been cleared. If you have any more doubts, you can message me. Means you can ask me right now also, or you can send them into the chat box also. Any doubts, everyone? Okay, so let's meet for tomorrow's session. Bye bye. Have a nice day.